Social Security, if you go through the federal government piece by piece and ask which programs are seriously underfunded and which are close to being completely funded, Social Security is one of the best. It's not even for certain that Social Security has a problem. Why on earth? And of course, it's something that the right has always wanted to kill, not because it doesn't work, but because it does.
The gentleman before me spoke a little bit. I heard you talking about Social Security. We've got to go after entitlements because they're out of control. And I don't think anybody is entitled to anything. Everything is on the table. Social Security doesn't work. We have to acknowledge that. Bernie Madoff is in jail. He's in jail because he tried to pull off a Ponzi scheme. And Ponzi schemes don't work. They don't work if private individuals do them, and they don't work when the government does it. The problem is Social Security is nothing but a giant Ponzi scheme. It's lasted for a long time because the government forces people to participate. Bernie Madoff couldn't do that. But the reality is that Social Security right now is already paying out more in benefits than it collects in taxes. So it's already at the point where Bernie Madoff went bust. We're there right now. So there is a giant ticking time bomb in Social Security, and we need to address it and acknowledge the fact that the system as it exists does not work. And if we don't make real meaningful cuts in that program right now, no one's going to get any Social Security benefits because the money's going to have no value. People are going to get their checks, but they're not going to be able to buy anything with them because we will destroy the value of the currency in the process.
I really was jumping at the opportunity to write an introduction for Keynes. I guess I've tried to bring a little bit of what Keynes did into the modern world. This kind of economics that is both intellectually innovative and trying to change the world for the better. But nobody can be like Keynes, and no book can be like the general theory. It's probably, even more than Adam Smith, I would say, the most important book in the history of economics.
Hopefully, one of the positive things that's going to come out of this global fiasco is that it will put an end to Keynesianism once and for all, that we can take every single economic textbook that references this man or any of his ideas and burn them and put them in the trash can of history where they belong.
And right. What risks in life do you want to assume? Do you want to take your chances that the Keynesians are right, that the inflationists are right, that the socialists and the Marxists and the central planners are right? If that's what you want to put your faith in, then hold on to U.S. dollars. But if you want to put your faith in the free markets and capitalism, if you believe in the principles of Adam Smith, if you believe in the founding fathers and what made this country great, then you need to get out of dollars, and you need to get out of them right now.
Website. I mean, you can read all the Austrians. I mean, everybody should read Henry Hazlitt's book, Economics in One Lesson. You should read my father's book, The Biggest Con, if you can get a copy of it. But there's some good books that I recommend from the Austrian school, economics. From Murray Rothbard, von Mises, from Hyatt, Batiste. I mean, there are a lot of other writers who wrote about real economics, and if you understand, then you'll understand how an economy works. Unfortunately, all the modern-day economists who work in government, who work on Wall Street, follow Keynesianism, and what they know is nonsense. And they're almost like, I've looked at it like Keynesianism is like being a witch doctor, in medicine. And so here they are. The country is sick. They're sprinkling some dust on it. They got like little choo-choo beads, and they're hitting, nothing's going to help.
I was an avid science fiction reader when I was a teenager, and there's the classic set of novels by Isaac Asimov, the Foundation novels, which are about how a group of social scientists save galactic civilization through their understanding of the laws that determine the behavior of societies. And I wanted to be one of those guys, and the closest you can get at this point, I'm afraid, is being an economist.
My question, Peter, is we currently have the ideological battles between conservatives and liberal, Republican versus Democrat. Do you think, since everything that has been going on now, it's all based on economics, if we will have the new battle between, let's say, Austrian school versus the Keynesians, and if people will start saying which school of economics are they, as far as politicians, which school do they pertain to?
Yeah, I hope we can have that debate nationally. I hope more and more people can understand Austrian economics, that understand that it actually is economics. The rest of it is all a bunch of nonsense, and hopefully we can thoroughly discredit this school of thought of Keynesianism, and we can take all those books on Keynes and
just take them out of the economics section maybe and put them into the science fiction section. Because, I mean, it's all fantasy. There's no reality there. We need to discredit the universities that are teaching this nonsense and get people to understand, what real economics is. Because it's, Keynes was completely wrong, and obviously the events recently that we've had and the complete disaster that we're going to get following these Keynesian remedies, should completely discredit these theories.
He did win the Nobel Prize, and they give out Nobel Prizes for excellence in economics. If they ever took away Nobel Prizes for something that shows a complete lack of understanding of economics, certainly Paul Krugman would be the first candidate where the commission actually asked for their Nobel Prize back. In fact, I think after this opinion piece, he should return the Nobel Prize because he actually has no business having one. I really would love to debate Paul Krugman on this topic anytime, anywhere. So if somehow he actually sees this video blog and wants to defend himself, have at it. I'd love to debate him in any forum on this subject.